It only takes 3.17 seconds. That's the average length of a human hug. But in those 3 seconds, her brain is performing a high-speed interrogation of your soul. She is smelling your pheromones. She is feeling the tension in your muscles. And most importantly, she is deciding if you are a brother or a lover. Most men, they finish the hug and they immediately blow it. They pull away too fast. They make a nervous joke, or they start babbling about the weather just to kill the silence. And in that one moment of weakness, the magic is gone. The chemicals in her brain that were screaming, yes, suddenly whisper, never mind. But what if I told you there is a 60-second window, a golden zone, where you can take that simple hug and turn it into a permanent mental bookmark? What if you could make her feel a surge of oxytocin so strong that she'll be replaying those 3 seconds in her head while she's trying to fall asleep tonight? Welcome back. Today, I am handing you the forbidden playbook. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, and more importantly, what never to do, the moment she lets go. But first, you need to understand the story of Marcus and Elena. Marcus was a nice guy. He was handsome, he was kind, and Elena actually liked him. One evening, after a great dinner, Elena leaned in and gave him a long, warm hug. It was the green light, but the moment they pulled apart, Marcus panicked. He felt the silence was too heavy. He blurted out, "Wow, you're a great hugger," and then checked his watch. In that split second, Elena's attraction died. Why? Because Marcus showed insecurity. He showed that he couldn't handle the heat of the moment. He turned a deep biological connection into a polite, awkward interaction. Now, compare that to Damien. When Damien hugged Elena, he didn't rush. When the hug ended, he didn't pull away completely. He kept his hands on her waist for 1 extra second. He looked her dead in the eyes, let the silence breathe, and simply smiled. He didn't say a word. Elena's heart started racing. She was the one who had to look away first. That night, Elena didn't dream about Marcus. She obsessed over Damien. Why? Because Damien understood the silence of the alpha. You see, when a woman hugs you, she is offering you a chemical bridge. Her body is releasing oxytocin, the bonding hormone. But oxytocin is fragile. It needs suspense to turn into attraction. If you fill the silence with noise, you break the bridge. But if you hold the gaze, you cross it. According to Dr. Helen Fisher, romantic tension thrives in uncertainty. When you don't speak immediately after a hug, you create a curiosity gap. Her brain starts screaming, "What is he thinking? Why is he so calm? Does he want more?" That why is the seed of obsession. In this video, I'm going to break down the 3-step sequence that you must follow every time a woman wraps her arms around you. We'll talk about the micro-compliment that doubles her heart rate and the strategic exit that makes her chase you the moment you walk away. But I have to warn you, this only works if you have the frame to handle it. If you're ready to stop being the guy she pats on the back and start being the guy she craves, then join our community. Subscribe, and let's unlock the vault. Let's start with the post-hug pause. Most men think the hug is the end of the interaction. Wrong. The hug is just the introduction. The real battle starts the millisecond your bodies separate. The first rule is, do not break the proximity. When she starts to pull back, don't jump back like you touched a hot stove. Stay in her space. Keep your hands on her arms or her waist, just for a beat longer than normal. This creates a biological challenge. You are signaling that you are comfortable with intimacy. You are signaling that you are the master of the tension. And then you look at her eyes and you say nothing. And then you look at her eyes and you say nothing. This is the golden beat. It's the 2 seconds where most men fail, but where you will win. You see, when you don't speak, her brain has to fill the silence. And because you are standing so close, because she can still feel the warmth of your chest, her brain will fill that silence with attraction. But you can't stay silent forever. You have to break the tension, but you have to do it with precision. Step 1, the micro-observation. Once those 2 seconds of eye contact have passed, you lean in slightly, closer than before, and you whisper a micro-observation. Not a generic compliment like, "You look nice." That's what Marcus would say. No, you say something that shows you were present. You say, "You always smell like," mention her scent. It's dangerous. Or, "Your energy is different tonight. Something good happened, didn't it?" Why does this work? Because according to Dr. Paul Zak, a personalized observation triggers a second wave of oxytocin. You aren't just hugging a body, you are noticing a person. She won't just feel warm, she'll feel seen. And for a woman, being truly seen by a grounded man is the rarest gift in the world. Step 2, the callback anchor. Now, we move from the physical to the mental. Within the next 30 seconds, you must anchor this moment to her memory. You do this by referencing something from your shared history. Imagine Damien saying, "Wait, did you ever finish that book you were telling me about? The one that kept you up all night?" This is a pattern interrupt. You just had a physical moment, and now you are showing her that you value her mind. A study in the Journal of Social Relationships found that conversational recall is the strongest predictor of intimacy. By remembering a small detail, you are telling her subconscious, "You are important enough for me to remember." She isn't just a girl he's hugging. She is a woman he is studying, and that is addictive. Step 3, the strategic exit, the scarcity trigger. This is the part that will feel the most difficult, but it is the most important. After the hug, after the look, after the anchor, you must leave. Most men try to drag out the moment. They linger, they hover, they wait for her to tell them to stay, but the high-value man knows the law of scarcity. As Robert Cialdini explains in his work on persuasion, we only obsess over what we might lose. Damien doesn't wait for the tension to die. He ends the conversation while it's at its peak. He says, "I have to run, but don't let that thought get away from you. We'll talk soon." And then he walks away. He doesn't look back. He leaves a vacuum. When Elena gets into her car, she isn't thinking about her dinner. She is thinking about Damien. She is replaying the hug, the smell, the eye contact, and the unfinished story. Her brain is stuck in the Zeigarnik Effect, a psychological loop that forces us to remember unfinished tasks. Because Damien didn't stay, the interaction is unfinished, and her brain will work overtime tonight to try and finish it. She will check her phone. She will wait. And every minute that passes without a text from you, your value in her mind triples. But there is a warning. You must follow the 2-hour rule. Don't text her the moment you get home. If you do, you break the spell. You show that you were just playing a part. Wait. Let her sit with the silence. Let her wonder if you're thinking about her as much as she's thinking about you. When you finally do text, hours later, make it a statement, not a question. Say, "That hug was the highlight of my day. See you soon." No, "How are you?" No, "Did you get home safe?" Just a confident acknowledgement of the connection you both felt. According to research from the University of Maryland, the anticipation of a reward is often more powerful than the reward itself. By delaying your text, you are giving her the gift of anticipation. You are making the reward of your attention feel earned. As we wrap up today, I want you to look at the men around you. Watch them hug women. Watch them rush to speak. Watch them look for approval. And then look at yourself. You are the man who knows how to hold the silence. You are the man who knows how to use 3.17 seconds to change a woman's entire night. You are the man who understands that attraction isn't built with words. It's built in the gaps between them. If you are ready to stop being the man who is forgotten and start being the man who is obsessed over, then you are in the right place. Subscribe, join our circle of silent masters, and let's continue to crack the code of the heart together, because a hug is never just a hug. It's an invitation to a much deeper game. Stay sharp, stay grounded, and never rush the magic. I'll see you in our next deep dive into the silent power of the masculine frame.